English. Okay, the competition is in English. All right. So 11 is your initial cash. Every team received 11 for initial cash. Okay. Now tell me, so the organizer will ask you, okay, the first thing they will ask you is to choose, okay, what the system, what the app asks, okay. What the app asks, first, you need to choose your home city. Okay, home city. Home city is where you set your factory. Okay, home city is where you set your factory. So let's look at the 4 cities here. Okay, which city is the best choice for the home city?
Tianjin.
Why, Dongming? Can you explain?
Because the salary is cheap, the materials is cheap too, and the unit cost is cheap.
Very good. So you can see salary in Tianjin is lower than Guangzhou and Suzhou, equal to Ningbo. Yes, Minghiu?
We are setting about home city.
Yes, that's right. We are setting home city. Yes. Okay. Now, so Simon, home city is when you set your factory. Yeah. When you set your factory, you need to produce there, right? Where you set your factory, you produce the products. And to produce the products, you need to buy materials. You need to pay for the employees, and you need to pay for storage cost. And so it is very important to choose a home city that allows you to cut the cost. Okay, for the home city, you produce things, so you should spend as little money as possible. Okay, and for the market is where you sell your products, so you need to choose somewhere that allows you to earn as much money as possible. Okay, you got to save money where you produce, and you got to earn maximum money where you sell. So for the home city, well, Suzhou is actually very expensive. You pay very high for employee. You pay, well, second high for material unit cost, and you pay, you know, second high for storage unit cost. So Suzhou is not the best option for home city. To save the most money, you should go for Tianjin. Sorry.
Hello mọi người nha, tôi mới vào.
To save the most money, you should go for Tianjin because salary is low. Material unit cost is the lowest, and also lowest cost for storage. Okay, home city, Tianjin. Now, choosing the right home city is very important, because if you choose the home city with a very high cost, you may not be able to make a big profit. And the tricky thing here is that you got to decide quick, because there is a limit to the number of teams who can choose the same city for a factory. Okay, so for example, there are, let's say, 20 teams, 20 primary teams competing, and there are 4 cities. So 20 divided to 4, that's 5. So there's maximum 5 teams. Okay, there's a maximum of 5 teams to enter the same city to their factory. So you got to be very quick to choose. Second, the market. Okay, so scan through the list and tell me which city allows you to earn the most money.
Guangzhou,
Guangzhou. Yeah, why?
because it have the most mandate by our things, and it costs many.
Okay. All right. So
Or we can sell it at Suzhou too.
okay, Guangzhou or Suzhou. That's very good. That's very good, Minghyo. Yeah, good pick. So again, when it comes to production, you think about the cost. And think about the cost. You need to think about saving. Okay. Okay. Where you can save most. And when you think about market, you think about sales. Sales means, you know, your revenue, the money you earn. And when it comes to sale, you think about where to earn most. Okay. Think about cost. You find somewhere to help you save most. Okay. And thinking about sales, you find somewhere to help you earn most money. And surely you look at the price. You look at the price. Guangzhou and Suzhou allows you to earn the most money, okay, with the highest price. And also the population in those two cities are, you know, similar. Oh, similar penetration rate. So Guangzhou and Suzhou are equally good for the first market to enter. Okay, so I will pick randomly. Okay, I'll pick randomly. But bear in mind that here, you can choose either Guangzhou or Suzhou. They are equally good. Okay, so Guangzhou, let's say, oh, Suzhou. Okay, it is shorter to type. Okay, just it is shorter to type. Now, next question. After you've chosen the home city and the market, the app will ask you, bank loan, okay, how much money you would like to borrow from the bank. So tell me, do you borrow money from the bank of Tianjin or Suzhou?
Tianjin.
Tianjin, that's right. Yeah. Where you operate, that's where you borrow money. But here, mark my word, you note it down and ask the organizer, okay, before you enter the operation game, there is a short training session. Okay, in the short training session, the organizer will tell you any rule updates. Okay, the IBS competition does not play with fixed rule year after year. They change the rule a little bit to challenge your mind. Okay, so when the rule change, you have to understand things deeply so that you can still keep your calculations right. So mark it down. You have to ask the organizer if you can borrow the bank of your home city, if you can borrow money from the bank of your home city, or if you can borrow money from the bank of your market. Okay? Normally, you can only borrow money from the bank of your home city, but, well, what if the organizers say you can borrow money from both the city of the home, from the bank of both the home city and the market? Who knows? So you got to ask and make sure that you understand correctly. Okay, so given that you can only borrow the money from, you know, the bank of your home city, which is Tianjin. So how much money do you want to borrow? The maximum is 5 million.
5 million.
5 million. Okay, good. 5 million. So borrow to maximum is needed if you want to be number one in this game. Okay, because if you lack of money, well, you produce fewer products. That means you sell fewer products. That means your sales is slower. Next, after asking you bank loan, they will ask you your volume. Okay, volume. Volume means the total number of products you can produce. Okay, production volume means the total number of products you can produce. Now, to calculate the volume, you need to think really hard. Okay. So volume means the total number of products you can produce. Now you might make a guess, but if you make a guess without careful calculation, of course you will underestimate or overestimate it, and you will lose your money. So here, I will teach you how to calculate the volume precisely. Okay. Now, if you want to know how many products you can produce, you need to know how much money you have for production and how much money does it cost for one product. Okay. So total money for production divide to the money for one product. You can see how many products you produce. Okay. So now, first of all, any questions, Simon? Oh, sorry, Min Hyo.
Sorry, teacher.
Okay, so Simon, are you with me? Any unclear parts? Any unclear parts? No? Okay, good. So now, we need to think about budget. Okay. Now, we are currently having 1 million plus 5 million. That's how much money do we have in total?
6 million.
16 million.
Oh.
Okay, 16 million. That's the total money. 11 initial cash plus 5 million as bank loan. Okay, so for risk buffer, okay, now 16 million, that is to say how much money you should save for risk buffer. Given that is 5% of your total money, so how much money should you set aside in case you do anything, stupid or something unexpected happen and harm your business? How much money do you need to save for risk buffer? Normally, the risk buffer is about 5% of your total cash. It can go up to 10% if you go to maybe the global round. But for the regional round, if your calculation is good, maybe saving 5% for all the bad things can be reasonable. So how much money do you save for dealing with unexpected problems?
18.
18? 18 what? 18,000? 18,000? Ooh, that's too little.
50,000.
50,000? You mean 50,000? Still too little.
50,
Okay.
not 15.
50, 6,000. Okay, so you take 60,000. This one, you take 60,000. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to type it for you to see it clearly. 60,000 multiply, divide by 100 and multiply with 5. That's 5%. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of 100, you take 5%. Okay, you take 5 parts. And so, oops. Okay, I should not put the comma here. So 16,000 divide by 100 and minus 5. That is, what the heck?
Cô phải viết gạch ngang chứ cô viết 2 chấm hay sao tính được?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. Okay, so that's how much?
800.
800,000. Yes, 800,000. 5% of the budget of the total cash is reasonable to be saved for potential problems. Now, the next, bank interest. Okay, bank interest. If you borrow from Tianjin, you have to bear 4%. Okay, 4% is the interest for the bank in Tianjin. So can you calculate how much money you need to put aside to pay the bank interest in this operation route? You multiply, okay, you take 4% of 5 million. 4% of 5 million.
250,000.
Okay.
1,250,000.
Yes. So 4% of 5 million. Oh, okay. So it's not 1.2. It's not 120,000. Okay. Calculate again. 4%.
I say it's 1,250,000.
Wow, that's too much. That's too much, don't we?
Maybe 100,000.
Now, if you want to find what is 4% of 5 million, okay, 4% of 5 million, you divide 5 million by 100 and you take 4 parts of it, okay? 5 million divided by 100 and multiply with 4. You divide 5 million by 100 parts and you take 4 parts of it.
200,000.
Yeah, that's right, 200,000. Oh, I mistyped again. Yeah.
Well,
So
just
that
people
is
with
200,000. That's bank interest. Okay. Next, you decided to set up your sales in Suzhou. That's one city. Okay. So in Suzhou, you can decide to, buy 1 or buy 2 sales agents. That's up to you. Now, let me scroll down a little bit. So add 1 sales agent. That's 300,000. 300,000 for sales agent. Okay, so would you buy 1 or 2 sales agents? Let's decide. 1 for Dong Minh, okay. Simon, Minh Hiếu, Anh Minh. And Minh Sang, Yến Nhiên. Okay, how many sales agent would you like to buy? 1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay. So many of you decide to buy 2.
What
Okay,
is
so
sales agent? What is sales agent?
sales agent means your sales team, the team that help you to sell your product.
Okay.
Okay, the team that help you to sell your product. So you set up 2 sales agents, right? Can you explain why, Minh Hiếu?
Because, but when at first we need to have only a little bit, but when we go to the next round, you have can take many money.
Okay, so sales agent can cost you more money in the first round, but in the later round, the sales agent can add value to your sales investment, right? Now, bear in mind that if you buy 2 sales agents from the first round, okay, then you're gonna have some difficulty in the first round, but some advantages in the second and the third round. So it's kind of trade-off. It's kind of minus for the first round, but plus for the second and the third point. Okay, by the way, having one sales agent is also reasonable. So Dominic, can you explain why you choose to have one sales agent, not two?
Because first of it, one sales agent is too much expensive. It's not expensive, but it can if we buy two sales agents, it get if we routing in 1 million and that will 1 out of 60 of the total money of we. Next, one sales agent help we to first we are in Tianjin, but in the next route if we have more money we can buy more sales agent. And example, we are open the city in Ningbo or Suzhou. I think we need to buy two sales agents for each city, and the Tianjin will have one, and Suzhou will have one, and we will have more customer and we get money.
Okay, so you think that over 3 rounds, okay, you may slowly scale up, expand to other cities, right? So in the end, you will present in Tianjin, Suzhou, and Ningbo, right?
Yeah, I take
Okay.
example.
Okay. Now, so in this game specifically, it makes sense to either buy one sales agent or two sales agent. Anh Minh?
Basically, if you like, so it's gonna be, I don't think we need two because maybe you need two when you're in second round or more the regional round, but maybe on the first round we just need one because why? When we talk about like the home city, like the one that we use the factory, then we don't actually need sales agents. So it's
Okay.
just workers and machines to do that. And then yes, we need it's just like mostly for the market. So it's very important if you're like very low on money and you do it like this, then you might just get then that money just maybe just got to useless stuff or useless packs.
Thank you, anh Minh. Yeah.
Như này, admin sang.
Đông Minh,
Admin just the chat.
Đông Minh, you want to contribute?
Get to the chat.
Okay, so in this game, let's look at this table. You can see two cities are equally good for market, right? This is unlike in our first practice sheet, okay? In our first practice sheet, well, only Ho Chi Minh City is the best option. You can see that Ho Chi Minh City is the #1 option for market. That's very clear. So you can expect many teams to choose Ho Chi Minh City as their first market. That means to compete in Ho Chi Minh City, it's going to be more difficult. So having two sales agents in Ho Chi Minh City can be a good thing. But here, two cities are equally good as market. So you can expect the team to spread evenly between Guangzhou and Suzhou. Okay? For example, there are, let's say, 20 teams competing. So it's not like 20 teams jumping to Ho Chi Minh City. It's like maybe 10 teams choosing Guangzhou and 10 teams choosing Suzhou. So in this case, you can choose to have one sales agent. It's okay. If you choose to have two sales agents, you should invest right in the first round. Okay. If you choose to play by 2 sales agents. You should buy 2 sales agents right from the first round. Because, well, if you invest early, you have more time to get benefit from the sales agent. Okay. So I'll go by the second option. Okay, so choosing 2 sales agents. Okay. If you choose 2 sales agents, okay, you're gonna pay 600,000. Okay, that says 2 sales. 2 sales agents. Okay. Now, after this, I will run another sheet to show you how it turns out if you play by 1 sales agent. And so another cost you need to bear in mind, that is the market report. How many market reports do you have to buy in the first round? How many market reports do you have to buy in the first round?
Market report.
1 or 2 or 3? Okay. So the first round is how many? Well, actually, for how many markets you need to buy that many market reports. So if in the first round you sell in only Suzhou, well, 1 market report for Suzhou, that's it. In the second round, if you sell in both Suzhou and Guangzhou, then you're gonna need 2 market reports, 1 for Suzhou and another for Guangzhou. Is that clear? Which one? Yeah, like what? Sorry, can you ask again? Well, if I'm in this round, I can choose either Suzhou or Guangzhou. Well, either way, it is good, equally good. Sales agent, well, 1 sales agent is enough, but 2 is cool, so 1 or 2 equally good. Market report, only 1, because in this round, I am selling in Suzhou only. So just 1 market report, okay? 1 report for Suzhou. Now, so how much is 1 market report? Look at the formula sheet, guys, and tell me how much is 1 market report. Oh, sorry. I have to scroll down for you guys to see. Oh, yeah, it is here.
200,000.
200, that's right, 200,000. Okay, so until now, you have paid the 4 most important, amount of money, okay? Those are fixed costs. You cannot negotiate, you cannot bargain, okay? And now, let's move on to sales boost, okay? Before you can see how much money you have to produce your products, you need to put aside the money that you can use to invest in your quality product. I mean to your product quality and to your marketing. Okay, so how much in total do you think you will spend for those 2, like 1 million, 2 million, or more?
Yes.
Okay, so now you, in order to see if how much money you put in quality and in marketing, you got to ask yourself, do you want to play by low price and high marketing, or do you want to play by high price, very high quality and reasonable marketing? Okay. High price, high quality.
Low price.
Okay. So don't mean say low price or mean Hiếu?
Not me.
Not you. Okay. So for example, if you pay high price, if you play by high price strategy, then look at the Suzhou. The average price is 4.4 thousand. Okay. High price. So at which price would you like to set? Simon? 1,000, that's extremely low. People in Suzhou are willing to pay 4.4 thousand on average. So if you want to play by high price, yeah, what price do you want to set? 1.5, that's still super low. Okay, if you set your price 4,400, that's reasonable. That's the average price. That's the market price. If you set your price lower than 4,400, that's cheap price. If you set your price higher than 4,400, well, that's gonna be considered higher price. Okay, so would you like to play by exactly the average price, or would you like to set your price higher or lower than the average price? Minh Sang, higher?
Oh.
Lower. Okay, if you set your price lower, people would like it better. Minh Hiếu?
A little bit, because when we lower it, we will low to.
Oh, okay. So you want to set the price a little bit higher. Okay.
Like 4,400, I will set it 4,500.
Okay, 4.5 thousand, right. So okay, so it is very easy. It is quite easy if you set your price lower than the market price, like 4.3 thousand. Now let's think about this case. You are risky a little bit. You play a little bit risky in hope to earn more money. So you set your price around 4.5 thousand. In this case, how much money do you need to invest in quality? Now, if you sell by high price, your quality has to be outstanding. So how much money do you want to invest in quality in this case? If you play by high price, your quality has to be outstanding. How much money should you put in quality now? How much? Any idea? Okay, I want you to type down your answer. If you don't want to speak it out, that's fine, but let's calculate, let's type down your answer. Okay, given that your price is a little bit higher than the market price, let's say 4.5 thousand. So, okay, let's play by this flow. In this case, how much money should you put in quality? Is that like 500,000, 600,000, or 1 million? What do you think? 1 million. Wow, that's a good number. So anyone agree or disagree?
Can you say again?
Maybe 750, not 1 million. Too much?
750? Okay, 750? Okay, so anyone disagree? 1 million or 750? Which one is better? Okay, so I guess in this case, you need really good quality to make sure that people buy your product. Okay, so 750 can be a nice number. If you want to be more sure, you can push it to like 800, 900, something like that, even 1 million. No more than 1 million. I think 1 million is reasonable. More than 1 million, that's kind of too expensive to. Okay, marketing. How much money to put in marketing?
Yeah, you got to.
So how much money do you think you will put in marketing?
Maybe 400,000.
Okay, 400,000. Yeah. 4,000? That's too little. 400,000. That's more fair. If you put it only 4,000, yeah, you cannot sell your product very well. So let's think about it. If you have 1 million for both sales agent and marketing, well, sales agent costs you 6,000. Sorry, 600,000. So 400,000 can be how much you can pay for marketing. So now, please calculate the money you have left for production. Okay, you take 16,000. 16 million, okay, minus all of the cost above, okay, minus 800, minus 200,000, minus 600,000, minus 200,000, minus 750,000, and minus 400,000. Okay, so what is the final result you get? Okay, let's use your calculator. So what's the final result you get? Don't miss any zeros, okay? Really? That's too much. The money you have left should be smaller than, 16 million. Okay, you have 16 million to begin with, and you have paid for, a variety of different costs. So the money you have left should be smaller than 16 million. Anyone comes up with a number for this? How much money do you have left for production?
13,250,000.
Okay, so let's see if you get it right. Oh, yeah, that's right. 13 million and 50,000. Yes. Still a good amount of money, right? Still a good amount of money. Now, you have calculated the amount of money you need for production. Now, the next step is to calculate how much money does it cost you to produce one product. Okay, and then you can find the volume. Again, the production volume, how many products you can produce, that is, production divided by unit cost. Okay, total money for production divided by the cost you have to pay for one product. Now, the cost you have to pay for one product. Here is the formula. You can see one product. Okay, one product equals to 6 engineers working for 9 hours using one product material. Okay, one product. One product equal to, okay, I'll repeat this formula. 6 engineer Very good question, Simon. Okay, one product material. So to calculate the unit cost, you see that we need money to buy engineer and we need money to buy material. Okay. So for one material, we've known how much it costs. Okay, how much does it cost to buy one material?
1,060.
That's right, 1,060 yuan. Yes, 1,060 yuan. So now we need to calculate how much you have to pay for 6 engineers working within 9 hours each. Okay. So we scroll up to see information about the salary. Okay, you can see initial salary. Okay, that's the salary for employee. However, this salary can be monthly or quarterly. Okay, this is not the hourly pay. This is the monthly pay. Okay, what you need, the information you need to fill in this formula is the hourly pay, the pay per hour for engineers. But what pay for day? Yeah, very nice. Okay, actually we don't use pay for day here because you can see it's calculated in hours. Of course, you have to think about how many days an employee work during a month. How many hours per day does he work? Okay. Now, so given that one operation round is 3 months, that's 1 quarter. Okay. Normally, one operation round is 3 months. That's 1 quarter. And the salary you're given here can be the pay for a month or the pay for a quarter. But let me make a guess. Let me guess here. Okay, this salary can be monthly salary. Okay. Now, again, note this to ask the organizer if the salary is monthly or quarterly. Okay, month or quarter. Okay, so let's say this initial salary is monthly. Okay, let's say it's monthly. So we need to calculate, okay, how much does an engineer in Tianjin receive for 1 hour of work? Okay, how much an engineer in Tianjin receive for 1 hour of work? Now let's assume that one engineer works for 8 hours per day and 22 days per month. Okay, let's assume that one engineer works for 8 hours a day and 22 days per month. Okay, now you need to calculate how much they earn for 1 hour. Okay, So 8 hours per day, okay? 8 hours per day. Multiply with 20 days per month, okay? That's how many?
176.
176, that's right. This is the total working hours, okay, per month, okay? Total working hours per month. Now that you have known one worker works for 176 hours per month, how does one engineer earns for 1 hour of work? How much? How much does one engineer earn for 1 hour of work?
5.
Okay. How much an engineer earns
176.
1 hour of work? Okay, so you take the monthly salary. Okay, you take the monthly salary. That's 6.5 thousand. You divide it by 176. Okay. Let me check if anyone got the right answer.
Division?
That is $37 yuan. Okay, that's 37 yuan.
37.
Yeah, around 37. Did you get the right number?
What?
That
you get
means
the right-
37 yuan per hour or
Per hour. Yuan per hour. Yeah, that's 37 yuan per hour. Okay. So monthly salary divided by all the working hours per month, you can see how many yuan one engineer receive for 1 hour of work. Now, so let's go down and fill in the formula here. Okay, let's fill in the equation here. You can see 37, okay, is one person's hourly salary. But now, to produce one product, you need 6 engineers, not just one. So 37 multiplied with 6. And 6 engineers, each of them works for 9 hours. So you multiply with 9, okay? How much money do you have in total now? 37.
333.
333. Okay, let me check again. No, that's too little.
1,944.
1,944. I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
1,998.
Yes. Okay. Now, if you use the odd number here, you can end up with a little bit lower number here, but it's okay. Let's say 1,998. Okay. So now let's calculate for me. How much does it cost to produce one unit? Okay. The money you pay for the engineer plus the money you pay for the material. How much is it in total?
Plus together?
Yes.
That's 3,058.
Very good. Thank you, guys. That's very good. Okay, so guys, we are out of time now because I have to return the room to another coach. Okay, that's another class time.
I know what, coach.
Okay, so I have to leave now. Okay, I have to leave now. I think let's call it a day. You will have one more training session in operation, right? Okay, so it's good for now. You have 3 steps left. Okay, 3 steps left. So let's stop here. Thank you guys for coming, and see you in the class. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.